Hakim Ziyech, it's not every day start a war. My friend, it's not every day post something on Instagram and your manager from Morocco. Bro, calm down, he's the best talent you have. Let's get into this. This is yet an outrageous. Well, welcome to the Kavkas View. Today's video is a funny one. It's an interesting one and it's one that will get you rattled most probably. We've got 4 major stories during international break. A lot of people don't like international break. I like to take a little bit easy during international break, but when there's stories of this caliber, we get into it. So, story number 1 we'll be covering is the Hakim Ziyech beefing his international manager. This is insightful. Then we're going into Jules Kounde going full suicide mode, getting sent off, injuring Kolasinac, and most importantly, posting stories where he's upset, refusing to pick up phone calls. This is crazy. That Chelsea move rattled him. This is why I think we're going to get him in January. We're going to talk about that. Number 3, and this is the Callum HudsonOdoi. Look, I told you guys there's going to be ramifications. There will be ramifications regarding his denial to go on loan. We will speak about that and how Saul is settling in at Chelsea with a smile on my face, because I am trying to buy into this because Saul is a bad boy player and some even call him the Spanish James Milner. That is a great compliment. But let's get into the video. You, yes you, like the video mate. Doesn't take no effort, literally hit the like button. 500 likes is the target for this video and let's make it go viral. Come on, let's do it. Let's move on. Where do we start with this Hakim Ziyech story? So, a couple weeks ago, Hakim Ziyech was not called up to the Moroccan national team. A lot of people were like, wow, what's going on? The Rock eyebrow raise, can't do it, I apologize. But this was retaliated by Hakim Ziyech posting a little smiley face on his Insta story. Everyone knew what that was relating to. And for me personally, I said, you know what? He got left out. Who cares? Boo-hoo. It's not that deep. Bruh, it is that deep. It is definitely that deep. The manager goes in a press conference and speaks about the following things. Hakim Ziyech apparently faked an injury not to play in a friendly. This is the first time in the manager's career anyone has ever done something of that magnitude. Hakim was examined by the Moroccan national team's coaches and they said he's fully fit to play some part in the friendly. He refused. He refused to go and warm up to come on as a substitute because he thought he was too good. And Hakim comes out with an Insta post literally right before I started recording saying, speak the truth or next time I see you. Bruh, that is a threat. Don't tell me that is not a threat. This is getting very heated. This is very saucy and this is very entertaining. Like, it's something you need during international break because they take my football away from me. But what are my thoughts on this? I think this is 2 alpha males having an issue. Look, I always say this. When you're in an industry as competitive as the footballing industry, whether you're a manager, whether you are a football player, whether you're a coach, everyone has egos. Everyone has attitude problems and everyone has, I am the best. It doesn't matter if you're Lionel Messi or it doesn't matter if you're a youth team player. Fact of the matter is you fall into the 1 percentile. You're doing something most people would dream about doing. So egos clash, arguments occur. This is just another day at the office. Like, they will get over this. When it comes to the African Cup of Nations, when it comes to the World Cup, he will be getting selected. No manager leaves his best talent away, especially when you're as good as Hakim Ziyech. But the manager did say something that is really interesting and he said, if you're not here 100%, I don't want you here. And I think that is very telling. I think they'll sort it out or the manager will get sacked. That's my personal opinion. Let me know your thoughts because I think this is a very interesting story, especially if some of you are Moroccan, because I want to know how you lot would feel about this. Are you picking the manager's side or are you picking Ziyech's side? Let's move on to the second story. I tell you lot, just because the transfer window's over, it don't mean because the fans move on, the players move on. Jules Kounde is pissed. He is absolutely fuming. He is not happy. And the reason Jules Kounde isn't happy is because he didn't get his move to Chelsea. He rejected Tottenham and he was openly and actively trying to get a move to Chelsea. The problem here is Chelsea didn't meet the valuation and now Jules Kounde is putting subliminal shots out in his stories. Look at his face. Does this look like a face of a man that's very happy? No, it doesn't. He's on international duty and The night before, he thought he'd be wearing the blue of Chelsea this season instead of the white of Sevilla. So he gets sent off in the game and absolutely absolutely clamps him, and it looks like he hobbled off the pitch. But more importantly, this is the part where I think why Chelsea are going to have a chance, and Marina always gets her own way. He's not answering the phone to Lopetegui, nor Monchi. He is refusing to communicate with them. He's very angry, and sources are saying he's absolutely fuming. I would be as well, I'm not gonna lie to you, considering the fact that we had a written agreement, or a verbal agreement, should I say. I'm leaving, I've agreed personal terms, and now you're stalling. Now you're being tight with some little bit of money, well, a little bit easy for me to say, but Chelsea didn't pay it. Sevilla agreed to let him go, and now there's an issue. Now all of a sudden I have to recalibrate my expectations to be playing for Sevilla instead of for Chelsea. For me, I think it's a matter of time, and unless Chelsea move on or he gets injured, I think Jules Kounde will be a Chelsea player. I really do. Speaking about unhappy chappies, and yes, Callum HudsonOdoi is unhappy. I told you lot this would happen. What did you think was going to happen? You give him £100,000 a week a contract. You basically self-proclaim that, well, listen, we're backing you. This is a big boy contract and you will be the star boy of our team. And then you play him right wing back. What did you think that happened? Then he plays 179 minutes in 17 games. 17 competitive games, he plays 179 minutes. That is unacceptable. That is nowhere near enough for a player trying to develop his game. He needs to go on loan. So he has an agreement with Dortmund where Dortmund were willing to give him his favourite role of left wing, regular first team football. And guess what happens here? The deal collapses because Chelsea block it. Chelsea said, no, we need cover for the right wing back position. And more importantly, we need cover for the forward positions. I don't understand the logic there, but Callum's camp is furious and they're not happy. And I think this is going to cause potential problems in the future. Callum has 2 years left on his deal next summer. And what, you think he's going to sit down and negotiate a new deal? Unless something ridiculously changes, unless something heavily alters, he ain't playing for Chelsea next year. But I'm telling you now, he'll be pushing for a move out of the club. Realistically speaking, I think he's going to get a loan move in January because I don't see him getting any game time. As much as you know I rate him, a lot of you don't rate him and I don't understand why. But it is what it is. We're going to see what happens. Saul is a Chelsea player and he looks great in a Chelsea kit. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm seeing all this footage. Chelsea's media machine is actually fantastic. Like, their Twitter has taken it to the next level. Their Instagram is always giving us footage. And the app is actually very, very good. They openly and actively, in my opinion, are one of the best clubs for doing it. Saul is a Chelsea player and his kit number is revealed. He is number 17. Saul will be the Chelsea number 17 and some greats have worn that 17. Well, Eden Hazard wore that number 17. He's an absolute great. So hopefully Saul can actually replicate some of the standards that Eden Hazard had when he had that shirt initially. I loved that. I loved 17 Hazard more than I loved 10 Hazard. I'm not gonna lie to you. But Saul went in to have an interview and he said that it was very important that Chelsea had a core, a Spanish core that spoke Spanish. And for me, I think that's very important. Azpilicueta is going to help him settle in. Kepa's in the team. All this plays a major role. Like, they're big personalities in the dressing room. Additionally, you have some Latin-speaking players that are going to be important into making him feel welcome. And he wants to play in a midfield role. He doesn't want to play left wing back. He openly said that those promises were made to him by Chelsea, that he'll be playing in this position and less left back and left wing back. So it's exciting stuff. But guys, this is the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, that's the bare minimum you guys can do. Road to 15K continues. We here, we on. See you guys soon. Peace out. Bye.